What's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be customizing my Baiwei Shockwave into a more accurate color scheme. You can see the Baiwei on the left and the Studio Series on the right. I don't like how the Studio Series looks, and I don't like how the Baiwei looks, so I'm going to make something that I really like how it looks. So let's get started with the paint job. Now that you know what I'm doing, if you're in the same position as me right now, and you're like, hey, I ordered the Baiwei, and, I'm not too happy with it being purple, and so you clicked on this video thinking, hey, I'm ready to make it look more like the official Studio Series version. If you have not picked up the Baiwei version, I would strongly encourage you just to wait it out, because they are releasing a regular colors version of this figure. So just wait it out. But for me, who was impatient, I have this now, and I get to paint it and make it my own. So, I think that's just as good. But some things we're going to do is we're going to take gunmetal and completely wash this guy in some gunmetal gray, just to really get this look back. But I do want to keep some of the purple, because that is such a nice metallic purple, and I think you guys can agree there. But we're going to keep that. We're going to add some silver, and we're going to add some good dry brushing detail and some good wear and tear on this guy. And he's just going to look great. So let's get right into it with some gunmetal. So you can see that I've painted a few parts here, and it's all coming together really well. I'm actually second guessing how much gray I really need to put in there, because this is a lot of gray. But you can see that the purple looks so good that I don't want to get rid of all of it, and he hardly has any purple. I know it's accurate, but again, that takes so much of this paint, and I just think that maybe he could use a little more purple. But tell me what you guys think so far down in the comments. I think he looks really good, but we got to keep going. One more thing, I forgot a few colors, so I forgot copper, gold, and black. So the black is going to be used for the treads. The copper and gold are going to just be used for various details to make him look more metallic, slash weathering. For the copper, I like to do dry brushing with that. Silver as well with the dry brushing. But yeah, so let's just continue with the gunmetal, and we're not even going to waste your time. I'm just going to see you when the gunmetal is finished. If you want to see like me doing the gunmetal, just look at the short. That it should be out by now, and if not, then whatever. It will be. So, if it is, I'll link it down in the description. If I don't, then I'm an idiot. Alright, I have let him dry, and he's looking really fantastic. So now it's time to do some silver, because this guy can't just be purple and gray, can he? So the silver's done, and it's looking pretty nice. Now, there's not a lot of silver on this guy because he didn't have a lot of silver on the Studio Series version, and I consider the Studio Series version to be like my sort of model for this. I know I've already stated that, but yeah, another thing I didn't notice is that he had a finger. He also has a finger here. I did not know he had a finger, but now I know. So that's pretty cool. Most of the paint work that I've done has been on the back and to the thingies here, which aren't like fully painted, and that's because I'm gonna do battle damage to them, so I don't have to paint the entire thing. But next, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna panel line it, copper, weather, gold, and I mean, that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Alright guys, so now that we've finished the silver, now that we've finished the gunmetal, now it's time to do the black on the treads, because that is a big part of what makes this guy not look that great, and we're gonna fix that right now. So let's get right into the montage. So the black paint was not sticking at all, and you can see on camera here, it's not sticking very well. And I've shaken the paint up for a long time. So I'm just gonna let it dry and see what happens, see how it looks when it dries. See what happens there, but I'm gonna do some chrome now, just to sparkle this guy up. And he's gonna look really good once that's done. So the next step is gonna take some panel liner, and we're just gonna go across all of the lines and just make this guy and all of his details pop. So I'm gonna do a time lapse at 3, 2, 1. So I've added some chrome in some areas, right here specifically, and can I do this? Right there, and I did it here as well. Again, here and here, but again, not too much. Sometimes a little bit of chrome, or too much chrome is way too much. I didn't use chrome on the blade, because blade's shiny, and shiny thing good. So yeah, now I'm gonna skip a step and actually go straight to the wear and tear, because I'm tired of all this purple still. So after finishing the panel lining, you can see there's been a few things that my camera does not want to focus on, but I have been panel lined, I swear. And I think it looks really good, especially like in the chest. You wouldn't be able to tell that it's panel lined, but it actually is. Like deep down, camera focus, come on, just focus. There, you can sort of see the black in there. So, okay, my camera's just freaking out right now. But yeah, I'm going to finish up the rest of the things like the gold highlights and stuff off camera because my phone's about to die. And I guess we're gonna get on to the final result. So let's do this. So this is definitely gonna be a longer portion of the video because I wanna show you how to do this if you haven't seen my channel before. And I don't think I've shown this yet, but unfortunately mine did break a little bit. No, okay. But pretty much you want to take your brush. I used to use the sponge. I still can, but it's not as ideal now that I can't like put it on. But basically what you do is take it, dab it in there, and then go. So it's essentially a makeup kit. So now it's time to show you how to dry brush. I know I told you I'd just skip to the end. Yeah, that kind of seemed like a lame way to go out. It's time to dry brush. I've already said that, but I don't care. So you take a nice fluffy brush that has a lot of fluffy fluffs to it. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Then you take your paint of choice. I choose silver because silver dry brushing looks the best. Fight me. Actually, I take that back. Purple dry brushing looks the best. Anyways, you take your paper towel that really needs to be exchanged. You take the cap of your paint. You dip it in that. Oh, I grabbed the wrong brush. Hold on. Do this. In here. Okay. Take this brush. Dab it in paint just slightly. Then you're gonna take your paintbrush and just get rid of all the paint. You'll be like, Stellaris, why would you dip something in paint just to get rid of all of it? Well, this is why. So you're gonna go to your figure and pick a spot, and now you're just gonna kind of just swipe around a little bit, and you're gonna see that it's gonna look like it's dry brushing. And you're like, wow, Stellaris, you were right. And I was like, yeah, I'm always right.